There he is.
All rise for Honorable Judge Herman Cain.
Good luck, Herman. It's a hell of a day today, I'll tell you that. Good to see you, though.
Good to see you. Good to see you. We gotta get some food after, huh?
We're gonna have to. The courtroom's
All right.
a little stiffy, so
Yeah,
you know,
I'll
I'm
see
staying
you
in front, of course. I know your heroes go off, same as mine. Take care, Herman.
Yeah, take care. How you doing, bailiff?
Doing alright.
Hello, everybody. How are we today?
Wonderful, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Good to have you. Glad to be here. All right, send over me, bailiff. Grab all the documents. Let's see what I'm seeing over today. Look at my itinerary.
Let me gather it up.
Josh, come on! Court. Okay, let's see here. I got case number LS001. We got Grandma Genovese as the plaintiff suing the city of Los Santos and Los Santos Police Department. What is your counsel name? This is not Mr. Melvin Douglas. I remember him. He's a good guy. Blonde hair, red hair, something like that. Who are you?
I am Adolph Bush. I work for Melvin's law firm, and I will be representing Genovese
okay.
today.
Good to see you. Nice to meet you, Mr. Bush. Welcome to the court. Here we go. Excessive force resulting in death.
Thank you.
Seeking $800,000 in restitution. It was previously found in favor. I was there. Yes, I remember that. It was a bad case presented by your lawyer. God, it was awful.
Your Honor, I did file a motion to amend the previous charges. I don't know if you'd like me to send you that motion at this time.
Yeah, of course. Send it over.
Okay.
I'll take a good email, okay?
Of course, I
Oh,
will.
boy.
I'll send it now.
Good. Do we have the coroner's document of the suspect or the individual that was murdered?
Yes, I was wondering if I could submit that under seal.
Yeah. Send it over.
Okay.
And do we have any officers here today, or members of the police department that were involved in the discharge, the bank robbery that resulted in the death of Mr. Genovese?
I was involved.
Okay, Mr. Cross, I'm gonna have you take a seat then, okay?
Alright, sir.
Give me the ginger over there. He's gonna be my bailiff for now. Come over here. Motion to file charges. Oh shit. Jimmy, come on, dude. Waiting on you. Okay, let me look at this over. I'm gonna read it out loud if you don't mind your motion to change the charges to file charges, alright?
Of course, Your Honor.
Motherfucker. There we go. That's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, my computer here is definitely being a fucking pain in the ass.
I believe there is a typo in the beginning of the report that says assigned to Grandma Douglas. That should be Grandma Genovese.
Telling everyone my maiden name.
Okay, it's important to make sure we have documentation nice and clean. We can't have these mistakes. Okay?
I did use her maiden name.
Counsel for Grandma Genovese, Superior Court, Los Santos. Filed to amend charges. Adolph Bush, attorney assigned to Grandma Douglas, moves for the court for leave to file an amendment to the charges previously presented. Violation of the 8th Amendment of the United States of America. Oh, this is a big charge. You got some cojones, bud. I hereby believe that the Los Santos Police Department failed to assist my client's child, Tony Genovese, seek appropriate medical care within a reasonable amount of time after being shot by the police department. This negligence is ultimately cruel and unusual punishment which is prohibited by the 8th Amendment of the United States of America. Oh, goodness. Okay. wrongful death due to misconduct and negligence. I hereby believe that because of this violation of the 8th Amendment and the misconduct and negligence shown by the officers involved, I hereby swear and affirm. Okay, this is an escalation. This is definitely an escalation. This is okay. Let me hear your opening statement, attorney.
Of course. Let me pull up my notepad here.
This guy's not fucking around.
May it please the court, good evening. What brings us here today, this Los Santos court, is the law. It's a fundamental principle and a human right, the right to health care. The United States, along with the other great nations that are a part of the United Nations, came to an agreement that all humans have the right to health care. Article 12 of the International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights clarifies, quote, the right of everyone to the enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of physical and mental health, unquote. What happened to Tony was a violation of these rights. The officers involved in this incident ruthlessly denied Tony Genovese the right to health care, ultimately resulting in the death of my client's child. The negligence of these officers while on duty ultimately resulted in the death of Tony Genovese. By the time Tony attempted to seek medical attention on his own accord, it was already too late. This behavior also violated Tony's constitutional right. The 8th Amendment of the United States of America prohibits cruel and unusual punishment. Restriction of medical care is the definition of cruel and unusual punishment, and that is what I am here to prove to you today, Your Honor. My client requested that I bring forth this case to the honorable courts of Los Santos, and my client is requesting $800,000 for a violation of Tony Genovese's 8th Amendment rights and for the wrongful death of her son. Thank you for hearing me out, Your Honor. This concludes my preliminary opening statement.
Very well done. Okay. All right. I want the officer that was at the scene to take a moment and give me a good recount of the situation that unfolded at the bank that resulted in this man being shot. Can you do that for me? Come take a stand. Yes.
We responded to a bank robbery. Inside, there were 2 individuals with a hostage. Upon negotiations, we managed to obtain the hostage from the individuals. They got on their bike, would be a street bike, sports bike. Both of them proceeded to felony elude using the bike. The chase was concluded when the bike crashed into a stationary police vehicle. The passenger flew off the bike, so did the driver. Upon them being on the floor, the driver was surrounded by numerous police officers, issued numerous commands to comply, to not get on the bike. He proceeded to ignore it and get on the bike and go away. The woman that flew off the bike was apprehended and she complied.
Okay. What took place that led to the shooting of this man now?
Moments prior to shooting, he was surrounded. He disobeyed the lawful command. He was in the possession of a firearm. Once he got on the bike, the officers opened fire.
Okay. Now, you said he had possession of a firearm. Did this individual point that firearm, discharge that firearm, or brandish the firearm in any way, shape, or form that would be perceived as a threat to the officers? In your good, honest recollection.
He did not.
So this gentleman that was shot by the officers never pointed his gun, never brandished his gun, never fired his gun at any officer, but because he got on a bike, he got shot down.
Upon the crash, he just proceeded to run towards the bike, get on the bike, and attempt to flee again.
Oh, wow, okay. But what I just asked you was a yes or no question. He never shot, he never pointed, he never did nothing, but the cops then shot him because he got on the bike. Yes or no?
That is correct.
Now, next question. When he was shot, where did he go? Who brought him there and how?
When he was shot, I would have to recollect pretty far back. By protocol, we always call EMS on the scene to provide medical attention, thus none are available. This incident happened a month ago. I cannot, in all honesty, recollect exactly.
Well, I appreciate you being good and honest and true and just, so therefore you may sit down. I think I see that handsome gentleman. Mr. North, are you in here? Mr. Isaac North.
Yeah,
Come
I
take
am,
a...
Your Honor.
You're not a witness, but you're gonna come take a stand.
We wanted to call him as a witness as well, Your Honor.
Oh, well, this is good for you. I want to talk to him first.
All
Come
right.
and take a stand. I'm reviewing this autopsy report. You're the man that did it. That's probably why you're here. It says very clearly the diagnosis was a bullet entered into his torso from the back and clipped the left coronary artery. Without the proper treatment, the hole enlarged and the patient bled out internally. You're a
That's correct.
doctor. Is there any reports in the system that the officers tried to get this man medical treatment after they shot him?
I do have a statement from a member of the pillbox staff that was present when he was brought to the hospital.
Okay. Can you send that to me in email form and then read it to us in front of the attorney that wanted to call you as a witness?
Of course. The person in question, Tony, was brought to the hospital. He
Okay.
was stabilized
Before
outside.
you go anymore, who brought him there?
It was a police officer that was not identified.
A non-identified, non-badge wearing police officer. Which one?
He might have been wearing a badge. The staff that was at the hospital did not know which police officer it was, and when she
But-
tried to find out, could not get an answer.
So how do you know it was an officer then?
My staff reported to me that the police officer pulled up in a cruiser and brought him
Okay.
there.
And in your good recollection or report, how long between where the shots were fired and the individual brought to the pillbox was it? If you were to guess, or if you knew the exact answer is preferred.
I do not know how long it was.
Okay. Very well then. Mr. Bush, you may ask this individual questions.
Isaac, if you don't mind, was that the end of the report from the employee there, or could you
It was
continue
not.
with it?
The employee at the time stabilized Tony to the best of her ability outside. This officer then asked Tony if he needed further medical treatment. Tony replied that he did, saying,
Oh yeah,
quote,
I almost
"I just
died.
got fucked up by an AR."
Oh god, that's so good.
The officer started to walk through the front doors, but according to my staff, before reaching the surgery bay, turned around, got back in his cruiser, and took Tony to PD without further medical treatment.
Oh, so he brought him there, then said never mind and drove home.
What my report indicates, Your Honor.
And I want the hard copy of that report. Do you have that?
I can get a copy of it to you shortly, yes. Email that to you if you'd like,
Absolutely. I'm gonna need it on documentation.
Your Honor.
You may be seated. Grandma Genovese, I see you sitting over there. Come up. After reviewing everything, I completely understand why you found yourself justified in a mistrial. Now that you have the documentation and a comprehensible and capable attorney, everything here makes a lot more sense.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just be quiet. Your boy, I'm sure you loved him, committed a bad crime. And understand that moving forward, whatever I do decide does not absolve him of the sins that he created upon himself by robbing that bank and taking that poor woman hostage. He put himself in a situation, and they say, where I grew up, do dumb things, have dumb consequences. I do think, in full heart, that the officers at the time may have been justified in some of their actions. But with the proper evidence provided and the information given, the officers did also fail your boy, and for that they are responsible. I, Honorable Judge Herman Cain, do hereby find the verdict for the plaintiff absolutely true and just. In the amount that you are asking of $800,000, I find the Los Santos Police Department, as well as the state of Los Santos, at fault and responsible for damages, restitution, and pain and suffering. I find Los Santos and the Los Santos Police Department at fault for a wrongful death. Is a very serious understanding. The officers need to get their conduct accordingly. Taking that individual to the hospital and then removing him and bringing him back. We could have another boy here today. Verdict for the plaintiff. And this is again maybe a bit unorthodox, but given the situation and how heinous the officers did act, a man didn't shoot. And given the situation of the violation of the 8th Amendment, which I do find the Los Santos Police Department and the Los Santos State at fault for, verdict for the plaintiff in the amount of $1.6 million. Case dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I did have the victim prepare a impact statement. Would it be okay if she read that to the officers so they understand how this impacted the family?
Of course.
Thank you, Your Honor. To the officers of the Los Santos Police Department,
Oh my god.
I'm not here today to yell at you,
I
shout
can't fuck with grandma,
vulgarities,
dude.
or tell you how to do your job. I'm here to tell you how this has impacted my day-to-day life. Every morning, when I wake up, Tony was there to bring me tea. He made me breakfast, and he assisted in daily chores. Tony was there when Grandpa and I went through our divorce. When nobody was there to take care of me, it was Tony. The loss of Tony has been a wake-up call for me because I learned what loneliness truly is. This has opened my eyes and helped me welcome Grandpa back into the family. However, my son should have never died. I struggle every day with this, and I drive his cars, use his favorite tea kettle, see his pictures in our house. We have had to move homes because nothing feels like home without Tony. My family and I are still struggling every day to cope with this great loss.
Thank you, Ms. Genovese. Your Honor.
You will have to report to the Los Santos Police Department Mission Row, and the assistant chief here will withdraw the $1.6 million from the Police Department Society and pay in full. As because they are found negligent and criminally responsive for the wrongdoing and wrongful death, it will come out of their own coffers. Their insurance company has denied payment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You two now may traverse along with the police escort to the police department so you may receive your payment in full.
Thank you.
Thank you. Court is adjourned. We'll see you all on Friday.
Herman, come on.
You
let's go.
beautiful man. How are
Let's
you?
go.
Oh my
Let's
goodness.
go have a cigar. Let's go in the lounge and have a cigar.
What about this one? huh?
Oh man, that was a hell of a case, huh?
Oh,
Judges.
Excuse
that
me,
was-
Your Honors.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, I was told to see you after.
Oh yes, for
As was
payment. She's on the file for payment. Insurance
Yeah.
claim.
Yeah.
These bad eggs, they be shooting everybody these days. Oh, not like how we were when we were boys, huh?